Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming to hang out. I hope that y'all are doing well. I apologize to those of you that are on Universal Standard Time. It is really early in the morning for you all, but I feel like I kind of shaft everyone who's in Asia and Australia with my normal time. So yeah, I want to see if I can alternate times between my usual time and this one. So I know, I just looked at YouTube and it said I had 3,000. I got a message earlier today from Hebi Tsuchinoko, who is awesome, who was like, congrats on the 3K. And I'm like, what? I'm sorry? Really? That's a lot. So, yeah, no. Oh, geez. Yeah, no, I imagine that it is kind of late for some of y'all. So, yeah, I appreciate it. It's a lot better timing for those of you who are in Asia and Australia. So, I'm glad I was finally able to find a decent time for that at least. So, oh, my word. Yeah, I know. Seriously, it does. Actually, is that true? That is true, isn't it? Every stream. In between each of these streams, they keep going up by 1,000. That's a lot. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of people. I also was looking just at all the Blue Archive videos that I've got, and I kind of did a double take at some of them because they were listed at, like, I think the older gameplay one that I've got has like 30k views on it, which, like, I don't know, my brain can't really process that 30,000 people have like clicked on that video. I'm sure it's counting like some people like clicking on it multiple times. That it has to be, right? Like, I don't know. There's just a lot of views for that. So yeah, I appreciate y'all a lot. Okay, I'm glad that it is a decent time. For some of you all. Yeah, I know. It's funny. In the Discord earlier, I saw some of you all talking about coming and hanging out, and I know that TJ, it's super early in the morning for you, and I I told people, listen, you don't have to stay up late. You can always come and check out the VOD later, so please prioritize your rest. The VODs will always be here afterwards, so yeah. Just take care of yourselves. So yeah, that's kind of wild. I actually was doing oh geez, I think Bear's okay. He's doing some cooking out there. I might have picked up on the mic. He's making some chili right now, so oh man, it's good. My day is going well. I was looking up some stuff about when you become max level, because I couldn't remember. Someone asked me a question about that on one of the videos, and I was trying to remember how long it took me to reach how long it took me to reach max level in Blue Archive. And so I typed in Blue Archive time to reach max level in Google, and it pulled up my gameplay video. It's the top result. I'm like, oh, well, I don't think that's gonna help me because I'm looking for this information, but I was able to go back through my screenshots and kind of puzzle together how long it took. I think it was like right around the very first time that the Shanghai Jing event came around, so that was like 5.5, 6 months into the game. So that was what I ended up replying to that comment was, it'll probably take about half a year just to get to max level, but I'm sure that that is not the case for everyone. I don't know, took my time on that, so yeah. That's awesome. Okay, that was the thing. I couldn't remember if it was a little bit sooner, but yeah, I did remember it not taking too long to get to level 50, and I kind of feel like level 50 is when a lot of the game becomes considerably more streamlined, at least from what I remember. So, yeah. No, it's true. Especially the higher up in levels you go, the crazier it ends up being. So, oh, I know. Oh, Bear's Mapo Tofu is so good. We had that for a couple of nights. It was amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we ordered some food from a Vietnamese restaurant in our area tonight, and I put down that I wanted medium for the spice level because they always make things really spicy on it, and it still kicked my ass. But it was really good. I don't know. I really like that. So, oh, Andy, that's so sweet of you. Hey, y'all. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Andy, who just sent a super chat in, because he's the one who commissioned this Bocchi piece. He has been someone who I've worked with for a really long time on a huge series of commissions, because we have very similar anime tastes. And he's really awesome to work with. So yeah, I've got this pulled up here. I can kind of show you all what this looks like. So yeah, let me zoom out just a bit. But yeah, we're drawing the whole Kessoku Band. So I've got just all the line art here, and I've got the base colors down. And then we've got cute little entourage over here that's watching excitedly. So yeah, no, for real. I tend to not advertise that I do commissions because I'm really busy as is. But when it works out and you have a good working relationship with someone, especially if you like the same anime, it works out really well. So yeah, no, it's super cool. Let me show you. Here, I'm gonna put on my little drawing glove here. You can hear me wrestling around with that. Yeah, it's super awesome. So this program is awesome. I've got the info in the description for this asset, but you can customize it yourself, which is really cool. So I'll show you kind of as I move my mouse around. You can actually see it not only tracks the cursor, but this tablet in front of me has a little pen that pops up and moves around to track, which is really cute. I love it. I first saw this being used, I think it was the creator Maho Carp. They make these really adorable shark illustrations that I see a bunch on Twitter, as well as some really cute plushies. And I saw them using this and was like, oh my gosh, can I use that asset? That's so cool. I want to learn how to do that. And yeah, it's really helpful. So essentially I've got this, it's on 2 separate layers, where the hand and the pen I customized, and then I customized the sleeve and everything. But yeah, you can see as I tilt the pen, it actually tilts this pen as well, which is super nice. So I know, I'm actually really happy with how this hand turned out. It's it's awesome. They kind of give you, the creator of this, who is awesome. They make a lot of things like this. I think I paid, I think it was $10 or $15 just to use this, which is dope. I don't know, I feel like they should have charged a lot more for this, but yeah, it's really nice. So they give you a template that you can then draw over, and you can make it look however you want to. So they just had a regular arm and the pen positioning, and then I kind of just drew over that and colored it in to actually match with what I've got. So yeah, and no, it is a really big sweater. From personal experience, I have found that really big oversized sweaters are the warmest. So I own a lot of very big oversized sweaters. In fact, I'm wearing one right now. It's never cold in our place, but I am just always permanently cold as a reptile. So it is very sad, but oh my word. But yeah, let me get started on this. I figured, I kind of went back and forth on what all I was actually gonna have drawn before this, but I thought since in my previous stream I had a lot of things already done with some of the base coloring, I'd actually kind of show what I do for shading faces, and then we'd work on the hair for a little bit. So scarves are wonderful. I love scarves. Whenever I go out, I always have something that is covering my neck in some capacity. Either I'm wearing a gigantic winter coat, or I've got a scarf on or something like that. So yeah, speaking of crazy snow, yeah, that was kind of insane this week. So we got another blizzard in the place that I live, which was very unwelcome because there have been 4 blizzards this year, which is very annoying. So yeah, it ended up being kind of wild. We were really worried that it was going to be kind of a disaster with how much snow we were going to get. They were thinking that it was going to be either like several feet or like close to entirely too much snow that was going to be in our area. But thankfully, we didn't end up getting too much stuff, which was good. But the West Coast right now in the United States is getting hammered. And they are less prepared for snow than where I am. At least this is something that they're kind of used to in my neck of the woods. Like, we're used to getting a decent amount of snow. It's not fun, but we're used to it. But yeah, in California, they actually had some blizzard warnings, which is a little terrifying. That's just not something that neck of the woods is at all prepared for. I don't know if they have the appropriate snow plows or ice, like, prevention measures. And yeah, I'm really worried about them. So I hope that you all are doing well wherever you are in the world right now. So yeah, I hope that you all do well here, because yeah, that is no good. Let me go. Hold on, this is not on this layer. No, it's all good. If you haven't watched this show yet, I would highly recommend it. I think it's really cute. It was one of those that I was kind of worried was going to be a sleeper hit when it came out, because it was just fantastic and kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. But a bunch of people were into it and checked it out. I'm so happy. Oh, yeah, here's You're right. It's kind of sad, actually. The place that I live has the worst of both worlds. So it is horribly cold and snowy in the winter, and then in the summer it is very hot and humid, and there are a ton of mosquitoes everywhere all the time. And yeah, I don't know. Sometimes Bear and I were actually just having this conversation again where we're like, why do we live here again? Why do we live in this cursed place? It's terrible. We should move somewhere else. But I guess on the flip side, because we have all kinds of crazy things that happen here, we're always prepared for when crazy things happen. So yeah, actually, something that we always have to be prepared for is we get, on top of blizzards during the winter and crazy summers, we actually get tornadoes here as well. So we have to keep an eye out on that whenever summer rolls around, because you're like, oh, better keep an eye out on the weather. Make sure that your alerts are all set up for, you know, if tornadoes can be rolling around here. So, and yeah, so the blue scarf asset was really cute. So when that's one that was made with the style for Alira Pandora from Niji Sanji, which is really cute. But I actually, it's a bummer. I could only get it to work as a picture. When I pinned it to my model, it just didn't quite work. It kept falling off, or like it was clipping weirdly, which is a huge bummer. So at some point, when I have the time for it, I would love to make myself a scarf asset that would actually stick to my model nicely. I'd have to like get that all programmed in Live 2D and stuff, but I think it would be nice. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, we will do a little bit of drawing here. Yeah, I hope that you all are doing well and that things are not too crazy with the weather. Yeah, no, Chibi Noko scarf would actually be pretty ideal. She's always off, buried under a blanket somewhere now that we're on the surface. I can't say I blame her. It's much warmer. Plus, we just bought a heated blanket, which was like one of those luxurious things that I always kind of felt like I shouldn't buy because it's expensive, and like I could just have like a nice comforter or something. Like I don't need a heated blanket. But then this winter has been so crazy. I don't know, I broke down. I ended up buying one. It's been one of the better purchases that I've made. It's extremely warm. I never want to get out of it, which makes getting up for work kind of hard. But Oh no, I haven't had a chance yet, TJ. But it's funny, any manga recommendations I ever get, I always pass along to Bear, and he checked it out. He's been reading it a lot, so I think he liked it. I ended up just getting hammered with working on this next lore archive video, which, I don't know. I tend to get into a mode where I just kind of like buckle down and work on stuff, and I'm working on like doing better at building in breaks so that I don't just work constantly. So, oh man, yeah. Yeah, so as far as Blue Archive, we did just have that one story update specifically for the Eden Treaty, and then I'm really excited for the upcoming event that they're gonna have. It seems really cute with the Sweets Club. I'm really excited just to see. It's gonna be characters we haven't really seen a lot in the game before, so yeah, I tend to keep some of the shading kind of subtle. If I need to, we can do a little bit more. But I think we'll stick with that for now. It's kind of wild how like just little highlights and little, just adding a tiny bit can do a lot of work. And then let me go pull up my reference real quick. I think that in the show, I don't think that they ever put anything for their noses. I just did a cute little dot for their noses. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look for that. Whoops. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, I'll go pull that up later. All right, so we're going to... I know, right? The temptation to pull for Kazusa is extremely tempting. I completely agree. It's kind of wild. Yeah, let me go take a look. So I think, yeah, it doesn't look like the reference pictures I've got. Okay. Oh no! When did that happen? I must have accidentally dragged that. Give me one sec. This is the nice thing about having multiple layers for this stuff. Okay. That's not too bad. I'll just drag that over. It's gonna look kind of funny when I'm moving this here. Alrighty. Alright, nice. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay, that's fine. I don't think that I accidentally dragged anything else. I resemble that remark. I don't know that I've got brain cells just kind of vibing with stuff. Okay, no, it doesn't look like I accidentally dragged any layers. That's pretty funny. I wonder if I did that when I pulled the file up. Okay. Yeah, let's go scroll down. Let's add a little bit of the shadow here. Alrighty. Well, that's super cool that you're writing stuff. I feel like engaging in like fun creative ventures is really good. It's just oh, thank you. That's real nice of y'all. Oh geez. Do I think Bocchi deserves Kita or Hiroi? Oh, I don't know. Kita's pretty good. I do like Kita quite a bit. That's kind of my own personal bias. Oh, I also, for any of you who were here last time, which again, no sweat, there's always VODs for that, but I had this issue where whenever I would flip the canvas, I had the flip macro hooked up to the blush macro on my model, but I have fixed that now, where I do this, and I'm not blushing like crazy anymore. I accidentally had them both hooked up to the 0 key, so that is not the same anymore, which is good. Bocchi does indeed have 2 hands. Man, I have to say, this is something you might have heard from artists before, but hands are so hard. They're so hard. There's this thing in art, something that was once described to me by an art teacher who I absolutely loved, where when you are trying to make something look believable or realistic, it can sometimes be helpful to think of it in like its component parts. So like if you look at an apple, you think, okay, that's not an apple. It is this somewhat round object, and I can see that it has divots here, and I can see, you know, that it's got these colors and like this arrangement and this reflection. That's often why they have you draw still life, because it's a lot easier to trick your brain into being like, this isn't an apple. This is, you know, a reddish object or like a greenish object that looks this way. But trying to do that with like human parts is much harder because your brain looks at it and it's like, oh, I know that. That's a hand. I know how to draw a hand. And then you like kind of, it's hard. Your brain ends up being like, oh, I'm going to try and draw it how I think it should be drawn, as opposed to like how it actually looks. And it's very difficult. It's kind of why like figure drawing and drawing people is difficult because it's hard to trick your brain in those initial stages to be like, okay, this is an object that I'm trying to make look believable. It's very nice of you all to say that I draw hands well. That has been a long time in the making. I'm still not always the happiest with hands, but yeah, I definitely try to do my best with it. But yeah, no, it's hard. I actually really hate drawing feet. They are so weird. Like, I don't know how you all do it. I've got my tail, which is fine. I don't have to worry about feet. No feet. I don't have to worry about drawing them. But yeah, no, it's really hard. They just look very odd. Like when you try to break it down in your head and you're like, oh God, why does it look like that? That's so hard. I don't understand. Oh, but yeah, anyway, that's kind of the plight. So you'll hear a lot of people who do art who complain a lot about drawing hands and things like that because it's just so weird. It's that's what I normally do, Uematsu. I normally just crap out the feet. Oh man, I don't know. I've been kind of trying to challenge myself to actually include feet when I can. This particular drawing, it ended up working where they're all close enough to the camera, or like the viewer, I guess, that you don't need that, but the only feet you can draw are dinosaur feet. Hey, that's perfect though. Yeah, you'll actually see that if you look, like once you kind of know some of the things with art, like it's always kind of fun to like look at other artists' work and you're like, oh, I see. I know why you're drawing the hands like that. I know why you put mittens on them. I would do the same thing. Gotta hide. Gotta hide the things that are kind of rough to draw. I mean, drawing faces is hard enough already, and then you're like, oh God, I have to make these hands look believable. Oh, okay, so I've done that. Let's go ahead and do, I'm actually just realizing, yeah, no, Bocchi's got tiny little blush, okay. Let's see, I'm gonna toggle this real quick, yeah, okay. Oh, that's why. I was like, where is that blush layer? I see. Tis not pinned. Okay, let's go. Bring that down. Okay, sounds good, because I want the blush layer. There's a fun little trick you can do. Is you don't want to do this too much because otherwise it looks like they have a cold. But using your blush color can be kind of nice to make hands look a little more realistic. Ah, thank you, Andy. My guy, I'm just so happy for your success. It's been a good journey joining you from the early days. Super grateful for you spending time for this. Yeah, man. This has been awesome. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I'm just glad. It's nice because I feel like I do tend to get really busy with a lot of stuff. So it's a damn good excuse to like, draw art from shows that I love. It's so great. That's super nice of you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really glad I was finally able to figure out a good time zone to stream with you all that are in Asia and Australia. Because I kind of went back and forth. I was originally thinking of maybe I would do it where I would stream in the evening on Friday my time and Saturday your time. But my understanding is that some countries in Asia, like, or depending on like what jobs you have, it's not necessarily just an Asia specific thing, but some of y'all might be like working on Saturday. So I wanted to try and make it so that as much as possible y'all could hang out with me on your time off or something. But I say that, but then I'm saying that Uematsu, I think that you're at work, so I did my best for you all to hang out, but I hope that this is nice to listen to while you're working at the very least. Let's see. Okay. Add a little bit of that. Okay. Yeah, those hands look decent just to start. Yeah, I know, it's so nice. So essentially, the way this asset works is it's like just a layer that I've set up over the program that I'm using is called Clip Studio Paint. And so it can actually move over it, which is awesome. And then, yeah, with the tablet too, it tracks your movement. This entire asset is absolutely brilliant. I think it's great. You know, for real, company time to be in company with a VTuber. I'm not gonna say I don't do that at my day job. Thankfully, my day job, without getting into too many details, involves a lot of data transfer and pulling. So there's a lot of downtime where I'm just kind of sitting, waiting for something to work, and it's super easy to just listen to VTubers and YouTubers. So yeah, no, it's good. Oh man. Oh no, Andy, you are working. My plans to catch you when you weren't working. Oh man, well, at least it's a decent time zone for you to stop by, so that's good. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. Oh man, I'm sorry that y'all are working on the weekend. I suppose though, if you like work for a little bit and then you have some time off, that isn't too bad, but oh my god, I'm so sorry that you're working. That's brutal. No. Oh. No, I'm glad that your job is slow, Uematsu. That's good. That's good. I like when jobs are slow and they let you just kind of take it easy. Oh god, that sucks. I'm sorry that you got a last minute thing from your boss. That's rough. It's kind of like Bear's job. I kind of feel like he theoretically has normal hours, but then like he'll get emergency requests from people. He works what I'm going to call a big brain job. I'm not gonna get into too many specifics, but he does things where people write him and be like, hey, I need your assistance with something. And he's like, all right. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's like 7 p.m. Who needs your help? And he's like, oh, I got this request from so-and-so. And I'm like, Jesus, all right. Sounds good. Just hit me up afterwards and we'll play some board games or something. Oh, all right. I'm getting distracted. Let's zoom. Gonna zoom in here. Let's do some hair. Hair is my favorite thing to shade. Is the best. Okay, let's go. I think that the hair layer is this one. Haha. I don't name my layers, so I often just toggle them to figure out which one is which. Kind of a nice thing about drawing digitally. That bear impression felt like he was a secret agent or something. Definitely not a secret agent, but he does work that I would actually consider to be important. Whereas the job that I work, by and large, I get paid to do menial tasks that I would argue at some point, I don't know. There's the part of me that's like, oh man, at some point my company is going to figure out that they can just get a robot to do this. And then, I don't know. Then I'll have to figure something out. But, oh man. Every story about Bear somehow makes him more mysterious. I know. I feel bad. I'm not trying to like... It is a pretty wild thing. Yeah, no, I don't know. He just does like cool stuff that I think is like the big smart. I'm not gonna say that my job doesn't require some amount of intelligence, but like considerably less so. Like it requires me being good at typing fast and being able to transfer files. I was kind of sad though. I was working with some of my older coworkers. Bear works for the BIA, or Bear Intelligence Agency. I'm gonna tell him that after this. It's great. Yeah, no, I was trying to help some of my coworkers who were a couple of decades older than me, who were struggling with, they kept telling me that they were like, I don't know what they were doing. They had like a list of numbers that they needed to transfer over, and they're just like, this is just gonna take me so long. You know, this like particular way that I was copying stuff over isn't working. And I'm like, really? That's surprising. I guess I'll try that. You know, like you've done like the standard thing of like copy paste, like Control-C, Control-V or whatever. And I just heard silence on the other end, and they're like, wait, Control-C, Control-V, what's that? And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Wait, how have you been copying things all this time? What have you been doing? So anyway, I taught my coworkers how to more efficiently copy paste things. Yeah, I was very sad that they had not been doing it. I'm gonna be real, I can't even remember what it was that they were doing. It was something wild, like some other weird hotkey, in which case I'm like, how did you not know about Control-C, Control-V just to copy paste stuff? But yeah, no, they were doing something else. So, yeah, I know. I think that they were typing everything out manually, which I'm like, no wonder this is taking you so long to do. Like, my boss is over here like, you're so fast at this. I'm so impressed. And I'm like, really? I don't think so. I don't think that I'm much faster than other people. And then I'm working with some of my coworkers being like, oh God, oh no, I see, I understand. I'm gonna help you all. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna figure this stuff out. Yeah, I actually have this tablet that I'm using. I've programmed it where I could just hit a button and it does Control-S. So it saves it for me. Like, here, let me hit that button. No, I won't. Can you imagine if I told them to do Alt F4? Oh my God, they already have so many tech issues. There's one other coworker who we actually started working at this company at the same time, and he'll just reach out to me sometimes just to vent what is going on and just be like, oh my God, I had to deal with so-and-so. And, you know, I try not to engage with drama. I feel like it's kind of an exhausting endeavor and, like, doesn't really fulfill your life. It's kind of nice just to not engage with it, but every once in a while it's kind of nice to just vent about different things you're dealing with. And he's always very, like, patient with these people, but yeah, no, he'll just have people being like, this macro that you set up didn't work, I can't get it to run. Then he'll send it to me and he's like, can you try this? Can you see if like this is a user error thing or if I actually broke this? And then I run it just fine and I'm like, no, it's working just fine. It's like, okay, that's what I thought. I'm gonna go schedule a meeting with this person and walk them through how to open up this document. Oh my God. you know, I am very happy that that is not an aspect of my job. Literally a skill issue. Oh no! Good luck, Raz. I hope that your editor does not rip your skull from your spine. Go solve that title conundrum. I think that's good. Oh, that's good. I'm glad your department doesn't have too much conflict. I think that's good. Like, yeah, I feel like unfortunately there's certain types of workspaces that just like foster really micromanaging people. And unfortunately my job is one of those where like my boss is super chill, but then I have coworkers who are just like, well, you didn't write this exactly as I wanted you to do. And you're like, but I've been doing it this way for like 3 years. You didn't bring it up earlier? I'll change it. I'll definitely change it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to vent my day job stuff while I'm drawing, but it is nice to commiserate. Oh man, yeah, family tech support is pretty rough. Anytime that we go back to visit Bear's family, he always gets roped in. I feel so bad. We'll be just like walking in the door, talking to people, like seeing how stuff is going, and then they're like, oh, hey, so by the way, this particular thing just isn't working on the TV. Can you come and take a look? Just to see, and then the poor dude is just like hunched over by the by the computer, the TV, trying to fix something, getting something set up. And here's the thing, he does enjoy doing it. Like he'll like go out of his way to like look up better ways to like optimize like the setups that they've got, and like he'll write up like big long things to send to his mom of like recommendations of like, hey, so this is how you can upgrade this thing, and if they don't have this at the store, you can go buy this, or you can do this. It's really adorable. He'll like have me come and proofread it, and he's like, is this too long? I feel like this is too long. And then I'll end up reading it and I'm like, no, legit, your mom is gonna love this. I think that she'll actually really need this just to know what she's doing. So oh no, I'm glad on one hand that you were able to help out your family, EXP New Light, but I'm sorry that your dad has to have back surgery. That's brutal. I don't know, like anything involving backs or like head issues, I feel like that can take a really, really long time to heal from. So I think that's good that you're helping out your folks on that. Ugh, that's rough. I'm sorry. I hope that your dad feels better soon. Yeah, thankfully, most of the people in Bear's family, their health is generally pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. Bear and I are definitely, as we're approaching our 30s. Yeah, I was actually just gonna say, so the last time that I had a stream, poor Bear had overextended his back and was in a lot of pain, to the point where we were concerned. I was like, do I need to take you to an urgent care? Like, this is really bad. You're having trouble standing up. But then we looked into some stuff. He laid down for a little bit, and then we're like, oh wow, no, this is just like getting old. This is brutal. We have to be more careful with things. So yeah, he is doing a lot better. We found that him resting for a day or two, where like I kind of just like made him lay in bed and not do anything. Maybe this isn't the thing I should say, but so occasionally whenever he has to go on business trips, I get very sad without him next to me. Then I have a really hard time sleeping. So we ended up buying me a body pillow to have whenever he goes away. And so I busted that out from the closet, and he was able to use that to support, like, if he was leaning on his side. That helped out a lot. But I thought it was really funny. And just like come back into the room. He's got the body pillow as he's just like laying there in pain. I'm like, oh my god, this would be a funnier situation if you were not in tremendous amounts of pain. So, oh yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, I know. Everyone is thankfully doing all right. It was kind of wild, actually. We were the only... So when we visited Bear's family, only Bear and I ostensibly, like, got COVID. His sister was coughing a little bit. I have some suspicions that maybe we got it from her, but I don't know. She was doing okay besides that, so I don't know. I'm not sure, but they were all doing pretty well. His mom ended up getting the flu, though, which was brutal. That put her out for a while, and we kept calling her just to make sure she was doing all right. She's kind of in, like, the stage of her life where she's retired and she can kind of just, like, do whatever she wants. So she's always calling us being like, hey, I made this crazy recipe. You all should try this. Or like, I'm going to go on this trip with my friends. We're going to go road trip to this place, or I'm flying to this place. And at first I was worried. I'm just like, oh my gosh, no, don't. I don't want you to get sick. No, please. But for the most part, that woman is really sturdy. She just does not get sick. So when we heard that she had the flu, we're like, oh my gosh, no, you actually caught something. That's terrible. But yeah, she's doing a lot better now, which is good. And Bear's younger sister is in college, so she's doing really well. It's nice. It was really nice seeing them. They are wonderful, lovely people who I had not seen in many years, and it was absolutely killing me. So it was really nice just to hang out with them. And we had an early Christmas together, which was awesome. Just got to open up some presents with them. Yeah, no, that was really nice. Yeah, no, it's true. I guess they're some of the lucky, like, asymptomatic ones. It's kind of wild, though. It definitely confirmed to Bear and I that we had never actually caught it before. So, yeah, it sucked a lot. It's definitely made me cautious once again about traveling, but we're just going to be really careful if we ever have to travel and go see Bear's family and all of that. Hello, welcome to the stream. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Yeah, we're just doing, kind of what I like to do is I'll do like a first layer of shadow, which is very thin. So it'll border a lot of things and kind of separate layers. And then I'll go back over that and we'll do some other shadows on this, but yeah, no kidding. You really can't be too careful. It's such a bummer because, you know, before COVID, I had finally started going to anime conventions, which was a thing that I never ever got to do in the underground. That just wasn't really a thing. So it was really awesome. Like, we went to Anime NYC literally in 2019 in November. And it was so much fun. I absolutely loved it. I'd never been to New York before. We saved up a bunch of money and were able to go and check out like fun restaurants, and I bought entirely too much merch. Like, I still have a picture that I should probably just like upload on the Discord. Yeah, no, just like we brought some empty suitcases with us because I had a suspicion that I would have no self-control and would just buy entirely too much merch. There was a bunch of fan artists there that I really wanted to get merch from, and I suspected that I would try to buy some books, and I was correct. I bought entirely too much stuff, but yeah. Also, that's actually true, Mischievous Shark. This is the first time you've been able to make a stream. I think legit what my plan is I want to alternate between this particular time for streaming, and then I also want to do the other time where I stream earlier in the morning my time. So yeah, I figure that way I can actually like reach more people who can like come and hang out at least at one of them. Speaking of which, I kind of wanted to bring this up with you all. I don't know why I'm nervous bringing this up. It's not really a big deal, but I technically could open up membership for the channel. I technically unlocked it when I hit 1,000 subscribers, but I was kind of nervous about actually activating it because I was worried I wouldn't be able to like kind of make it worth your while, you know? But since then, I've been able to make more emotes and I have more ideas for things I could do. So, I don't know. Let me know if that's something y'all would be interested in. I would try to make it as inexpensive as possible because, like, dear God, the world is too expensive and I do not want you all to, like, spend money you don't have on my behalf or to, like, check out my content. So, yeah, the main benefit, like, in addition to, you know, being able to use emotes, which that's been kind of an annoying thing. I wanted to make free emotes for you all to use. It's through this program called BTTV. But first of all, their YouTube UI is really not optimized, so I feel like it only works half of the time. And the other thing is that the upload quality is horrendous. It's like 112 by 112 pixels, whereas like the base emotes that I normally use are 500 by 500 or like 300 by 300, which is a lot bigger and much better resolution. So like anytime that like when the emotes were actually working on the channel, they were much lower quality than I really wanted. So, oh God, yeah. No, that's really sweet of you all. I appreciate it. Yeah, so the lowest, I was trying to figure out what the lowest amount was that I could actually make a membership. I really wanted to make it like $2 because I feel like $2 is like a pretty reasonable low amount. But it looks like the lowest that they'll let you go is $3 a month, which is probably just what I would do. But yeah, I talked with a bear about it just to see what his thoughts were, and that dude is so supportive. It's really nice. He had some like ideas and suggestions and things, and he was like, yo, like, what if like you tried to like just stream once a week? Like, do you think that like, you know, don't push yourself, but like if you have time for it, like you could alternate between the morning time zone for me and the evening time zone, like depending on which week it is. And obviously at some point, if I ever like had the opportunity, it'd be cool to do like multiple times a week, but I don't know. I don't want to overstretch myself and overcommit there. But yeah, if I ever like do the membership, I would want to like give you all more opportunities to use the emotes and have fun like using them in chat and things. So I would try to like really make a concerted effort to stream more. Not to mention like these streams have been really easy for me to set up. When I was first getting things kind of figured out for the channel, I was thinking to myself like, oh, streaming is just going to be a lot of work, I'm sure. And it'll be a lot for me to keep up. And yeah, no, it's actually been, it's been really awesome. It's been really nice to get set up. So yeah, no, and that's a true point. You can use them in video comments. You can use the emotes all over. So yeah. And that's the thing, like you can always use the emotes for free on the Discord as well. But like I would have at least one membership specific stream a month where you all could hang out and like see like if I'm working on like something behind the scenes, you can come and check that out. You can, I actually had a couple of ideas for like games that I would probably put behind membership. The biggest one that I can think of is Spiritfarer. I love Spiritfarer. I want more people to play it, but I will definitely cry while playing that game. And for my own somewhat selfishly, for my own benefit, I would probably put that behind membership. Just so that if I cry, you all are I don't know, you all would be able to see that, but I wouldn't have to broadcast that to like the whole world. Because I'm an ugly crier, so I get real choked up. But oh, thank you. Yeah, you're very welcome for the Blue Archive content. It is my pleasure. I have been so happy that I have been able to do that on the channel. So yeah, no, that has been awesome. Oh, yeah. No, the game is really good. Oh, thank you, Andy. I'm all in for the YouTube membership. Not sure if you've mentioned this, but would you have a Twitch stream and a PO box as well? Oh, whoa, those are good ideas. Yeah, as far as Twitch, I feel like a bit of a boomer on this, but I feel like I've watched a lot more things on YouTube, so I'm a little less familiar with Twitch, but I did actually make a Twitch. There is a Yumie Twitch channel that exists. I haven't uploaded anything on it, so I need to look into that. I need to figure out how that works, but yeah, Twitch, there's some benefits there. It's not nearly as friendly for content creators. They take a much larger percentage of a cut from you, and it's a lot trickier to make content on Twitch, like some content. I actually could probably get away with doing more like karaoke stuff on Twitch, although I'm currently in the process of trying to figure out how to do that on YouTube safely, where I wouldn't get any like copyright issues there. Yeah, no, I've definitely looked at that. And as far as a PO box, I will for sure look into that. That would be dope. I don't know, that'd be cool. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, I know. I would love to do singing streams. I've actually been trying to figure out if it would make more sense for me to release like a cover first. I had a cover in mind that I was thinking of doing. So that will probably be the thing that happens first, just so that you all can see that I don't know, you can decide if you want to listen to my karaoke after that. I think I'm an okay singer. I don't know. I'm not. I have a tendency to undersell things a little bit. I have been told that I have a very nice singing voice. It is not king. I will tell you now that it is one of the EDs from Yuru Camp, because I love that series a lot, and I wanted to sing it. I actually have a lot of different things that I like to sing. Without getting too like real, singing was a thing that I really loved to do when I was younger, and I was kind of discouraged from doing it for a variety of reasons. I don't know, in the underground where I grew up, the warden who was in charge really didn't like people singing, like at all, and so I was frequently told not to do so. And I formed a bit of a complex about it for a while, where I really loved singing, but I would only do it in private. And then at one point I was singing by myself, and Bear listened to me singing and was like, "Oh my God, you should sing more. It sounds really good." And I'm like, "Wait, no, you're biased. You don't know that. You're married to me. Of course you're gonna say my singing sounds good." But I don't know. I've sung a little bit more in front of like other people, and even if I don't know, what the conclusion I've come to is that I enjoy something enough, I should just try and do it. So I think it would be fun to sing for you all, and would also help me to like feel less nervous about singing. So yeah, a karaoke stream is something I really, really want to do. I think it would be super fun. I would try to choose a bunch of songs that you all could sing along, because I think that's part of the awesome thing about karaoke. Like when I watch karaoke streams, I'll sing along when people are doing it. So yeah. Yeah, no, that's so sweet of you all. I appreciate it. Yeah, I would love to sing with you all. I think that would be super fun. So yeah, I'm kind of doing some research right now to see like what other songs creators have been able to like safely do cover first and do karaoke's for, because it's kind of opaque what YouTube likes, like what it is okay with you doing with covers. So yeah. Oh my gosh, real talk, I really, really, really want to sing Target for Love, but I'm a little nervous. I haven't actually seen a lot of people do covers of it or like sing it in karaoke. The only people who seem to have anything uploaded, it seems like they were sponsored, and like Blue Archive has been very, very generous with allowing creators to use their music. So I have this suspicion that maybe the licensing for that particular one is a little bit different. So yeah. Hebby, hi! Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, no, I would absolutely love to do it. Seriously, it's kind of a silly thing to say, but for no other reason, I hope at some point that Nexon or someone notices my channel and then I can just be like, hey, can I sing Target for Love? Please? I would like to sing that very much. Yeah, no, I am so relieved. When I first uploaded my first Blue Archive video, I was kind of nervous that maybe it was going to get like a copyright thing on it or something, but oh, interesting. Karaoke's could be good for membership. A lot of karaoke's get copyright claims. However, membership streams seem to get around it. Yeah, so kind of the conclusion that I've come to is that a lot of times YouTube is weirdly chill with covers. But karaoke, like something about it being live, it tends to like the copyright system with YouTube goes a little nuts for it. So that's why people like tend to do unarchived stuff and be very careful about things. The only reason I'm not like jumping into karaoke right now is that there are some creators, particularly Disney is a really big one that I know, but where they really do not like you singing their songs. I actually think that was kind of a big deal. Some of the members of Hololive English sang some Disney songs on a karaoke that was unarchived, and I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if they got like a full copyright strike or if they got like just like a warning from the company, but they take that pretty seriously now. And people have to get approval now for which songs they're gonna do, even for unarchived karaokes, which is really tragic. Like, what a bummer. Like, there's so many good songs that you can sing from those. Like, I don't know, I've kind of fallen off of Disney by and large. As I've gotten older, I don't really keep up with a lot of new releases, and I found some of their stories to be like a little more meh than when I was a kid. But man, I would love to sing something from Moana. Oh my god, that entire movie has such good songs. Oh my god, when Mume ended up singing that, my heart, I was like, oh, I want to sing that. That is such a good song. And then, of course, after that, they're like, nope, we got to get permission now for particular karaoke stuff. Yeah, Hebby, have you done karaoke streams? I might hit you up just to ask, like, how that works, because I would sure love to do karaoke at some point. I want to do it in such a way where I'm okay. I think the conclusion I've come to from listening to stuff is that it seems like if you don't monetize your stream, like if you don't put ads on it and things like that, you can kind of, by and large, be pretty good for karaoke stuff. It just at all costs, like every time I try to look up if you can get a strike for doing karaoke, I'm given very ambiguous answers. So it has made me very hesitant to want to try that. So, oh, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, the new films do have great songs, but they are a little overplayed. I could probably sing Let It Go from Heart, which is, it tells you something. That song came out not too long after I was like leaving the underground, and it meant a lot to me, and I sang it a lot. And then I was like, oh my god, everyone is singing this song all the time. I can probably give this a rest. But oh, nice! You sent your resume to the government words are hard. Government internship thing. That's dope. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I will hit you up, Hebby. That seems awesome. I will ask you a lot of questions about how that all works, because I would love to do that. And EXP New Light, I hope that that goes well. Oh man, internships are a wild thing. It's kind of rough. I wish that like work experience was a thing that like companies cared a little bit less about, because like there's a surprising amount that you can learn on the job. Like, I don't know, my job was kind of just like, I don't know, do you have a college degree? Can you type okay? And I was like, yeah, I can type okay. And they're like, all right, cool, we're gonna teach you all the stuff now. And like nothing from my degree has come into play whatsoever, so. Oh man. Yeah, no, I would love better Disney villains. I actually really liked, I don't know, I liked Tangled quite a bit. I don't know if I'd say that like the villain was great in that, but like I felt like she was somewhat believable. The songs in that are also very good. And I also sang along. That's such a funny thing. I feel like when I was a kid, I never sang along to any of the Disney songs, but then as an adult, I've just like learned all of them. So, oh my gosh, I've heard that. I haven't actually seen the new Puss in Boots movie. Is it good? I've heard really good things about it. I feel like part of like pandemic times has been I really haven't like gone out to movies or things. I don't know, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I actually really hated going to movies. Even pre-pandemic. I felt like there was always like someone who was talking the whole time and they'd have their phone out and people would like just be really loud the whole time and you're just trying to enjoy the thing. And I don't know, the movie would always be too loud too. And but anyway, okay, that's good to know. Maybe when it comes out, like if I can stream it at some point, like I'll check that out. Like if it's something that I can like buy off of, I think like YouTube sometimes has movies that I've been able to buy, which has been good. So yeah, I actually, that was a thing I liked a lot, was when they made it so that you could check out movies from your home. That was really nice. Like I watched the Made in Abyss movie at home and wow, that absolutely broke me. I couldn't stop crying for like an hour afterwards. I was like, why am I doing this to myself? This is just pain. This series is really good, but it is just pain. It's so heartbreaking all the time. I'm not going to talk about spoilers, but anyone who has like any knowledge of Made in Abyss, you will know that it is a very sad series. That frankly, I don't know, I actually couldn't make it through season 2 because it just, I kind of felt like the child suffering just got too much, and I was like, why? I can't do this anymore. I can't watch these poor kids just be put through all this awful stuff. Like I really loved that they were like making their way through this incredible dungeon and it felt really real and raw and good, and like I just feel like it's almost like suffering for the sake of suffering now, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. But yeah, I will definitely check out the new Puss in Boots movie. I really appreciate the recommendation. Oh, yeah, no, it's a huge bummer because I think that like the series has a lot of merit to it, but like I've just really fallen off. It hurts too much. Every time I try to watch, like, it's a lot. I can't do it. Oh, I'm so glad that you got through the Blue Archive story. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to share Lore Archive with you all here. It's gonna be good. Okay, I think that we've gotten some good base stuff for Bocchi's hair. It looks very cute. Okay, let's zoom in a bit. Okay. Oh, that's actually a really good idea, EXP New Light. Yeah, give me a second. Actually, I will have to do that after the stream. After the stream, I'll add the Discord link to the description. That's actually a really good idea. I appreciate the shout out. Bocchi do be cute. Bocchi is adorable. Yeah, I really hope that they have more things that are available for streaming. They've actually got the newest it's like the next movie that's set in Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Senpai. I am so infinitely hyped for that to come out. I saw the first movie in theaters when it came out, and that was one of the most surreal experiences that I've ever had. It was the first time that I had ever gone to watch an anime movie in a theater. Bear and I went together, and it was packed, like absolutely packed. There was barely any seats available. We ended up going and sitting down in the theater. It was the movie that was set, I think it was a couple of years back, that had to have been in 2019. But from a quick look around, I was one of the only women there. But when the movie started and when everything took off, everyone was sobbing, like sobbing loud enough that you could hear people sobbing throughout. And I felt such camaraderie with everyone. It was so nice. I was so happy. I was like, oh, you all, this is fantastic. We're all here watching this beautiful, very touching movie, and everyone is crying. It doesn't matter whether you're male, female, NB, we're just all here crying together. It was magical. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe if the new Bunny Senpai movie comes out and it's only in theaters, maybe that's okay. Maybe I'll still go see it because the last one that I saw was very good. It was a very good watching experience. No one was on their phones. No one was talking. Everyone was super clued in the whole time. That was actually not the experience I had when I went and watched the Konosuba movie. Oh, that was terrible. Everyone was so loud the whole time, and like, I was like, come on, y'all, shush. Trying to watch a movie here. This is ridiculous. I know, it's such a bummer. Every time you try to recommend Bunny Senpai, people are like, oh, I see why you're recommending this. And you're like, no, it's actually really good. It's really wholesome, and it's really like touching with how the characters are written, and I absolutely adore it. But yeah, it's one of those that's very difficult to sell people on, which is probably why, I don't know. I was still surprised that like I walked in and I was just like, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of dudes here. I hope I hope everyone enjoys this film. But yeah, no, everyone was awesome. They were just all like totally invested in the story. And I was like, this is amazing. I'm so happy. Yeah, no, for real. The human condition is 100 people in a room sobbing. Ooh, Black Bullet. I should check that out. I've been trying to make my way through as much anime as I can. I feel like there's always more that I need to check out. Okay, that looks good. Let's see. I think we'll do another layer. Bum, bum, bum. It's kind of a tragic thing about anime medium is I do feel like there's a lot of really awesome stuff, but there is still a little bit of a stigma with certain things. Even people who are in the community, it's sometimes hard to convince people to check out stuff, but I think there's a lot of really cool stuff that's out there. Oh, I've heard about Squid Girl. I should check that out. That's the really cute one, right? Where she's kind of like, I don't know if she's trying to invade Earth or not, but she's extremely adorable. I should check that out. Oh my god, A Silent Voice is... Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that film just absolutely screws me up every time I see it. It's so good, though. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will check out Squid Girl. I appreciate the recommendation. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to do a tiny bit here. We're just gonna kind of line this. It'll make her stand out a little bit more. There's a lot of very subtle art tricks that you can do, which is good. Oh, Oh, thanks for stopping by, Andy. My guy, I'm gonna sign out now, getting a little busy. No, don't worry about that at all. I just appreciate you stopping by. One request is if you can add a Bocchi blob into the art after the stream. I can definitely try to do that. That's awesome. Oh gosh, that's too funny. No, I appreciate that. I will definitely try to do that. Thanks for stopping by, Andy. I really appreciate it. Oh man. Yeah, I think I respect not enjoying A Silent Voice. I think that there's a lot of good things in it, but it is really hard. The protagonist is a gigantic dick. Like he's an asshole for a lot of it. But yeah, it's nice to, you know, like see his story arc and how things go through, but it is kind of a high entry point to be like, oh boy, I have to watch this person for the entirety of a film. It's a little rough, but yeah, I would definitely say if it's something that you're interested in, definitely check it out, but I also totally understand if it's not something that you want to watch. Oh yeah, I can't believe I've never watched Yuri Yuri. I feel like it is totally up my alley, but I haven't watched it yet. I feel like there's some shows like that where like there's just so many shows to check out. But I appreciate the recommendations. I think that's good. Oh. Oh, I'm really glad that I always love it when people are able to watch anime with their folks. I think that's good. Oh my gosh, wait, the restaurant that you're at leaks? That's your folks' restaurant, right? I think I remember you saying that your folks owned a Chinese restaurant. Oh my gosh. That's terrible. I hope you're able to get that fixed. That's no good. I don't know, repairs can always be really expensive though. Jeez. It's true, it is what happens after 12 years. Oh, that's so rough. Oh, I'm sorry. That's brutal. Extra flavoring, rainwater. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know. Depending on where you are, rainwater is not not a great thing to drink, but I don't know. It's pretty impressive what we as humans have been able to do. I guess I'm a snake person, but I'm human adjacent. But yeah, there's some really impressive things that we as a civilization have been able to do. Like water filtration is really impressive. Oh gosh. Oh, that's so brutal. I'm so sorry that it's leaking. That's terrible. Man, sometimes some of that stuff is just rough to upkeep. That's no good. When it's raining, open your mouth towards the sky. Just be careful. Depending on where you are, it might not be so good. Might not be so good to have that water. Oh. Yeah, let's see. I think I'm actually gonna do some hair strands here. Actually, I'm gonna go back to this layer. We're going to add some big ol' hair strands. Whee! Now let's do this like that. Bottled water is unfortunately getting expensive. That is true. You know, it's a bummer too, because like I want to say it's fine to drink the water out of your tap, but depending on where you live in the world, it's actually not true. Like some pipes are not always well maintained, and it's not always good to do, and that sucks, because like that is a great source of us getting water when you need it. But I wish that collectively there was more money around and more effort put into updating a lot of the infrastructure around the world. I feel like a lot of people would benefit greatly from that. Yeah, I know. There's a bunch of like, whoever thought it was a good idea to put lead in a lot of things, like paint and piping and things like that. I don't know. I got some words for the people who continued to keep pushing that after they realized it was dangerous. Like, what a terrible thing. Like, don't intentionally poison people when you've got studies that say that it is bad to do. Like, it's one thing to not realize that it's hurting things, but you know, Raz, it's a good point. At least they decided to use lead and not uranium. That would be pretty bad. Oh no! You had rainwater for ages, drank it for a year, and then we got an aquarium and used the rainwater. The snails inside died as their shells calcified. Oh my god. No, that's terrible. That's horrible, Isaac. Your poor snails. That's terrible. Oh. Man, it is kind of wild, the stuff that, So I know I was just talking about how there's been a lot of very smart things that humans have done, but wow, there's some very interesting decisions that we as a species have made. I feel like there's a lot of improvements that we have made over the last several millennium. It's good. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I actually was watching a history of lead use. I was watching a video about that and how the country that I popped out from underground continued to use lead for several decades after they found out that it was dangerous for use. Because, yeah, it was a very big industry that they're like, well, no, we can't tell people to stop using it. Let's just pretend like it doesn't cause all these problems. And that's despicable, y'all. I don't care for that. I don't know. I wish that people, like, I just want people to live good, healthy lives and not be worried about being poisoned. But I think that by and large we're doing a lot better with that. Not perfect, but you know, doing a lot better. Yeah, no, that's true. Rainwater does absorb CO2 as it falls. Yeah, there's a reason why your water has to go through a lot of filtration before you drink it, because there's a lot of stuff that ends up in there. Not to mention, like, I don't know, I see people just like drinking from streams and things, and I'm like, oh my god, no, stop, you don't know what's been in there. Like, certain areas are definitely going to be safer than others, but like, man, there's a lot of like protists and bacteria and fungi that live in that stuff, and like, ooh, you're slurping those up too. That stuff is no good. So yes, no, this snake does not want you to get poisoned, please. Yeah, it's true. Lakes and still water. Yeah, that's the thing. Some streams are not bad, but I think it's always good just to like be informed ahead of time. I've seen some people bring like filtration with them, like if they're gonna be like out backpacking and they're like, okay, so we know that the stream is okay, but we're gonna like be really safe with it. Yeah. No, for real. I wish that things wouldn't get stuffed under the rug quite so much. That would be no good. Filtering and boiling water is good. The amoebas in the water add extra flavor. Well, this is true. The amoebas are very excited that they get to hang out in your stomach, and they're like, yes, let's go. I'm just gonna infiltrate and do some bad things now. Yeah, no. Well, okay, so like real talk though, like there's animals that like don't care, right? They're just living in nature. Like they're running around in the water too. Like, I don't know. That's the thing I always think of, like when I had the here's the thing, people who go backpacking and enjoy it, I respect the hell out of. I think that is fantastic. You do an awesome thing. You are well prepared for it. You enjoy it. There were a lot of very steep mountainous parts of the underground that I was dragged to as a young snake and forced to climb up as part of a recreational thing. And I'm very not athletic. And I had to slither up them anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Every time that I would go up there, I'd just see like deer running around and things, and you're like, oh my god, they are definitely just running right around in the stream and having God knows what that is ending up there. I am not touching that water. I am not doing anything. I am not going near any of that. Oh man. You see, here's the thing. You could get lucky and build up a resistance if you do it properly. Or you could just have a major infestation of this thing and just not realize it. Like, so be careful. Be careful, you all. Look up stuff before you're gonna drink stream water. I want you all to be safe. Stream water and rainwater. I want you all to be careful about that. Oh. There's a German book called The Swarm about an amoeba collective that acts as a consciousness and begins defending itself at sea. Oh no! That's no good. I don't know, that sounds like that might be my kind of horror though. I feel like I should check that out. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's true. Parasites are not a thing that you build up resistance to. They will just hang out inside of you and wreak havoc. So for all of it's not always a perfect show, but when it came out, Cells at Work, I actually thought was really impressive for how it explained like differences between bacteria and viruses and cancer and parasites, and like at one point like there are like pollen particles that end up coming inside of the body, and like all of the cells are trying to defend against that. I should go back and check out that show. That was a cute show. Yeah, no, it was really good. The two things you can't build a resistance to: radiation and parasites. Yes. No, that is correct. And yeah, Umatsu, I agree. I'm not the biggest fan of spiders. I have grown accustomed to them. Man, y'all are getting a lot of underground stories today. This is great. I feel like I haven't been able to talk a whole bunch about the underground. So where I grew up underground had like, I don't know what was wrong with it, if it was just like being underground with the whole cave thing or whatever, but we had like massive problems with like all sorts of insects getting in, and I got very accustomed to like I feel bad. I'm sure the spiders aren't doing anything wrong, but they're running around and they're going to bite you at some point, so I had to get very accustomed to the second you see one, you grab whatever is closest to you that is flat. So like a heavy book or something that you don't mind throwing violently, and you just like smack it as fast as you can. I have perfected the art of seeing something moving very quickly, grabbing the closest thing and just like bam, taking it down. I tried for a little while to release them, like at least get them out of my cave and send them somewhere else, but oh boy, some of them didn't like that. Some of them didn't like that at all. Oh boy, that was no good when you tried to capture one and then it ran away and it's hiding somewhere now, and you're like, oh no, maybe I'll leave it be because it will catch the other awful things that are living here, but like, maybe that won't be the case and it'll fall on my head in the middle of the night, which definitely is a thing that happened. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Bugs and the snake do not agree very well, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, my policy is, if the spider stays in a corner or just by itself, staying out of the way, it's all good. I don't care. It's totally fine. But if you try to run around or run on me or do other things, then I'm going to have to take action. Oh, geez. Probably you used to have a pet spider inside your shelves, so it would eat the other bugs. I think that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, God. Yeah. I don't know. I already have a lot of problems with like insomnia, and like I've always had a lot of problems with nightmares. So like anytime I see bugs close to my bed, I always have to be like, it's okay. It's okay. If the bug runs on the bed, it's all right. You can kill the bug. It's okay. But my most common nightmare is I think that something is like about to drop on my face, or like something is crawling across the bed. It's actually been funny. I feel like my nightmares have transitioned from like worrying that something will fall on me to worrying that something will fall on Bear. And that's always rough because I'll like wake Bear up because I'm like, look out, there's a spider that's about to fall on you. And he's like, what? And the poor dude has gotten so used to it that now he's just like, no, Yumie, there's nothing there. It's fine. Come back to bed. Come back, get a cuddle. It's all right. And I'm like, okay. I was just having a nightmare. It's all right. Oh, man. Oh, you own tarantulas. Man, mad respect. Mad respect. I think that's super cool. I have a good friend who owns what is it? Spitting roaches, I think is what they're called. And like, you know what? If you're into that, do it. That's awesome. It's not my jam, but you do it. I appreciate that. Protect him. Defend your man. For real, though. I feel like I've gotten very protective of Bear. Yeah, maybe that is what it is. Hissing cockroaches, I think. Oh, I feel terrible for not remembering exactly what it is. She's gonna watch this later and be like... Oh, but they're super cute. I love seeing pictures of them. Yeah, no, they're definitely... the first time that I saw them, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's a roach. But like, it's super cute. I love seeing the pictures. She's got like this cute little terrarium with Lord of the Rings little like furniture and stuff for them, and it's so cute. Like they've got a little like hobbit home with the hobbit door and the little roaches go through it. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. It's adorable. Oh yeah. That's the thing. I think that's the best. If you're able to relocate spiders, I think it's good, because like if there's a spider there, it means it is hunting something. Like, there is something else in your place that it is looking for, and it's probably good that it is going to find that. But yeah, there's only so much that I can tolerate with that. And yeah, I don't know. The spiders that lived in the underground, they just had no chill. They were just like, I'm a drop on you. And that's like a worst fear unlocked. Like, I already have a lot of problems with bugs, but then, like, they drop on you. Probably the worst... You know, that's true. What if it is hunting for you? I felt like that's what the insects in the underground were doing. Like, everywhere I went, they were always dropping on me. I hated it. It was so terrible. It just scarred Chibi Noko and I so badly. Ugh. But yeah, probably the worst that ever happened was there was one night when I was hanging out in bed trying to go to sleep and failing as usual, and it was I heard something in the room moving around, and I was like, oh god, have the mice come back? Do I have to go and like bust out the traps again? Like, that sucks. But it sounded a little bit different, and it was coming from a very strange part of the cave. It seemed like it was above me, and I was like, that can't be right. I'm just hearing stuff. Like, there isn't a mouse on the ceiling. Like, it doesn't seem like it's scrabbling around. And then I heard a scuffle, and then a large thing dropped into my bed and started scurrying around madly. I have never moved so quickly in my life to jump out of that bed and shine a light on what it was. And it was a gigantic centipede that had been crawling on the ceiling and had just decided it was done doing the ceiling thing. And it just flopped on the bed. And it was horrible because I went to go and kill it because centipedes are nasty, nasty buggers. They are no good. You do, at least in the area I was at, you do need to kill them because they are just... I'm sorry, centipede lovers. They are sometimes garbage bugs. They do not contribute in the same way that spiders do. They will try to get into your food. They will try to like hang out in the shower. They are terrible. Terrible, terrible. You know, maybe it did want to cuddle, but I was not into that. So anyway, I was young enough that I went to go find the warden and asked for help finding it. We came back to go and look for it, and it had hidden itself. The damn thing knew we were looking for it, and it hid. It took 40 minutes to find it, and then I grabbed the nearest flat thing I could find, which was a box, and I hit it over and over and over until it was dead. And I do not like centipedes very much, so I know, right? Burn the cave. Find the new cave. Yeah, no, centipedes are nasty. I hate them with a passion, and they are nocturnal, and they run around and are terrible. Yeah, no, it would stop moving whenever you came into the room, so it took 40 minutes to track it down, which was so frustrating. And, am I okay with silverfish? How do you all know the things that I had to deal with? I am not a big fan of silverfish. They really like any place that is wet, so you will always find them in like bathrooms and sinks, and that is super fun when you're going to like fill something up with water and you're like, oh god, no, this is terrible. Yeah, no, it's true. Human nightmares, spiders. Spider nightmares, Hachima. That's so true. Yeah, no, house centipedes are the worst. I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate them. I hate them. They're so terrible. Sorry, I got distracted on that for a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, let's add a little bit more here. Oh gosh, you used to have a small silverfish problem before. Wait, you have a gecko? That's dope. I always love it when something else shows up and it's like, I got this. I'm gonna take care of this problem for you. And you're just like, oh, thank God. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. We actually have, during the summer, there's a couple of frogs that live on our front porch. And they hang out, they'll like position themselves on the window so you can like turn on the light at night and you can see them hanging out there. And they just go after everything. Like we've got a bunch of mosquitoes in the area and they'll just try to take them out. We've got a bunch of moths too. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, it's a wild gecko, or a bunch of wild geckos. Oh, your mom wanted to kill it, but decided to pick it up and throw it in your shelves. Well, it's probably for the best if it's taking care of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, what do I think about that? No, I'm not the biggest fan of how that looks. Let's make that go away. Alright. Back. Away. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, I think what I can probably do is let's do some of this. In our place, we had a pond that attracted frogs, which then attracted snakes. Your mom was not impressed. Yeah, I imagine that did not go super well. Oh, man. Oh. Jeez, that's rough. It's always funny to see like what different wild animals live all over. I feel like you're always gonna have some sort of weird thing that will try to make its way into your house. It's just like, what type and magnitude of thing is it that is trying to break into your house? Yeah, when I actually lived in Germany for a year, and when I was living there, it was one of the few times that like I didn't really have to deal with a lot of like weird stuff trying to come in. There was these really annoying biting flies that were always trying to come in, and that was kind of rough. So, oh, hello. Wait, JD, isn't it super late where you're at? I'm pretty sure that you and TJ are in similar time zones. I hope that you all are doing well. I know it's super late where you're at. Oh, jeez. You know, it's true. That's the thing. I feel like it's kind of funny. Like, even right now, we have some bugs that are trying to make their way inside. Like, I just found some ants that were, like, scouting the place out. So I've got to put down some traps for them and try to get that taken care of. Because I don't want them to figure out that there's food in here. Oh, no. It's 5:37 in the morning. No, I hope that you can get some sleep. Oh gosh, I always feel bad when it's so late for some of you all. Jeez. Oh. Yeah, there were, actually, it's kind of funny to say as a snake person, but I have seen non-snake people snakes. They also existed in the underground. They were very unfriendly to the snake people, surprisingly, but, yeah. No, we had, some rattlesnakes actually that I saw from time to time, and that was always really spooky. I do not care for them, but they thankfully are the type of animal that they are only going to mess with you if you mess with it. So if you see it, you just run away. Oh no, snake racism. Oh no. Caught in 4K. I don't know, man. I wish the rattlesnakes were nicer. They can be really pretty. Like, I love, like, actually seeing them and, like, all of that. But no, they're very angry. They do not like to hang out. That's very sad. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is we're actually gonna have... Let's go here. Yeah, we're gonna go to... I know it is speciesism. I apologize to all of my rattlesnake comrades. It's just too bad. Every time I wanted to make friends, but they're just like, nope, don't, I can't go near because I'm gonna get bitten by one. That's no good. It's kind of frustrating too because like, it's not the most common thing to be bitten by a rattlesnake, but they do make medicine for it. Like, you can get treated. It's just very, very expensive, which is rough. The rattling means they're ready to party. It's true. It's true. Oh, man. Alrighty, let's go do this. I got so into telling stories, I realized I haven't gotten the most drawing done, but it's super nice. It's kind of why I like doing these streams. They can get a little bit of drawing done and talk with you all. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, so that is the deal, like, when a lot of venomous snakes, like, how it acts in your body is it coagulates your blood, and that is bad. That's bad. Your body doesn't like it when the blood gets coagulated, so yeah, that's no good. Ooh, that's nice. Getting a little bit of that. I think I can actually do... Let's try this. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't actually know that. I'll have to look that up. If the antidote is something that you can't use repeatedly, that's not good. Oh, man, there was some, frankly, metal people who, they weren't, like, fully in the underground. I think they were in, like, a neighboring tunnel or something, but, When we had a really big problem with, there was some wild rattlesnakes that were biting a lot of the dogs that were living in the underground, and that was no good. It was really bad, actually. Like, people were really worried about taking dogs out on walks and things. So one of our like neighbors ended up just like going with a shovel and like totally metal, like just would find them and chop their heads off. I don't know, man. That takes a level of confidence in your ability to swing a shovel that I don't think I will ever possess. Oh my gosh, that is no good. Oh god, are black mambas really venomous they're lethal on bite? Ooh, yikes. I don't know that I'm venomous. I don't think that's the case. I don't think Chibinoko or I are venomous, but I'm never gonna test that on someone. I don't want people to die. That would be bad. Yeah, no, for real, you were absolutely 100% correct. It is insanely dangerous. The head can totally survive for hours and will absolutely still try to bite you. It is horrible. I could not believe it when I heard that that was what they had done. Yeah, I don't know. They did successfully take care of a lot of the rattlesnakes that were in the area. But then an official exterminator was called and was able to come and help out because it turned out that there was actually a really big problem. It's not always the case, but sometimes predators can become too populous and they will just kill everything in the area. And yeah, no, it was bad. There was a lot of rattlesnakes and not enough food for them to go around, and so they were like moving a lot more than they would normally. So yeah. No, TJ, your neighbor's puppy got eaten by an eagle. No, that's terrible. Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my god, I'm actually tearing up. That's awful. Oh my god, that's so sad. Oh gosh, that's terrible. Man, that's the rough thing. I've always been a really big fan of big dogs. They're very huggable and very dopey, and it's very cute to hug big dogs. I've always been very scared of having a little dog, kind of for that reason, where you're like, oh god, I'm gonna take it out, and what if something in the underground grabs it? And then above ground, there's like crazy stuff here. Like, you're right, there's eagles and stuff up here. That's wild. Oh. Yeah, you know, I've actually heard that king snakes are nice to have in gardens. It's nice. I think that snakes, maybe I'm a little biased as a snake, but like, I don't know. Snakes are pretty cool, y'all. I don't know, I was a little horrified about the neighbor with the shovel thing. I hope that didn't bum y'all out too much. That was just kind of a wild thing. Okay, good. This hair is looking good. Yeah, that's the thing. Big dogs are nice, but they can be very excitable and much harder to deal with if they try to jump on you. I feel like a lot of that comes down to like good training and ownership from people who have good dogs, where they're like, all right, we're not gonna jump up on people. Know that you're excited to see, but don't do not jump upon that. That's very nice of you. Snakes are cool, yo. Some are very cozy and have great art skills. That's damn nice of you. Thank you. You know, that's true. The eagles are useful because they eat the monkeys, which are a problem. I think that's the thing, right? Like, ultimately, nature is just a lot of animals that are trying to feed themselves. And like do their best, and they will compete against each other, and they will try to do their best to like take care of themselves, but like ultimately they're just looking after themselves. So oh, that's nice. Alrighty, let's go. Yeah, Snake Lady is small. Big dogs are. Interesting. You know, it's a fair point. Every time that I've looked after big dogs, I always want them to be well trained. I've actually had to learn some techniques to work with big dogs because I am so tiny. I can be knocked over very, very easily by them if I'm not prepared. So what I've learned to do is a lot of dogs, and like a lot of cats too, for that matter, they respond pretty well if you, like, if they're friendly, obviously. Like, don't reach for a dog if you don't know that it's friendly. But like, a lot of times if you're able to catch a dog fast enough and like not grab their whole scruff, but like grab that area, you can more easily like push them down from there. There were a couple of, I think they were Great Pyrenees, that grew up not too far away from where I was, and those are big dogs, very big. And I was asked to walk them a couple of times, and man, you get really, really good at like very quickly grabbing a big dog and being like, nope, down now. Do not jump up on that person. Do not run after that thing. I feel like my arm strength has decreased considerably since those days, but back in the day, that was one of the only things that I had was like, I don't know, maybe, actually now that I'm thinking about it, that probably wasn't arm strength. That was probably like me just using my whole body weight to lean back against the leash to prevent them from running off to go after something. I don't know. I feel like there were so many things that I was asked to do as a child in the underground where they're like, yes, you small snake thing, go. Go walk these large dogs. And I'm like, have you thought about this? This seems like a bad idea. You know, for real, it was adrenaline. Oh my god. I was just so small. I think that I was like, I was a little shorter than I was right now too. It's not like I'm terribly big, but I'm like 160 centimeters right now, like 5'3", so I think I was like 5 foot then, which is, I don't know if that's like 155, 157 centimeters. But yeah, no. I don't even have feet for traction. It's terrible. It's no good. You know, it's true. If you are able to take a tackle from a big dog, it's always good. But yeah, that's kind of the spooky thing too, though, is if a big dog is coming up to you, like, I don't know, most of the time, a lot of dogs are not going to like, I can't even say that. Some dogs are just too excited, or they perceive you as a threat. And as much as I want to say that all dogs are lovely, beautiful, adorable creatures, there's some dogs that have had very hard lives and are not used to being around people and don't respond well to it. And it's rough because I think that like those dogs still deserve to live a happy life, but like they should do it in a way where like they have a good owner who can take good care of them, and make sure that if they're taking them on walks that they have certain precautions for it. Like I actually never really get upset if I see someone who's walking a dog with a muzzle, because like the dog still needs exercise, but like a lot of times those owners are like conscientious of the fact that their dog doesn't respond well to being by people. And what would be even better is obviously if you find a place that's less traveled and like very slowly get your dog accustomed to being around people. But yeah, it's true. Just like people, some dogs can be very aggressive, and there's a lot of things that you can do to try and help dogs, just to make it so they live a happier, better life. But yeah, it's hard. It's rough. It's rough to get to that spot. It's rough. R-U-F-F. It's true. Let's see. Nice. This is looking nice and fluffy hair. Let's go add a little bit more here. I love making big fluffy hair. Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard, right? Because you're right. Some muzzles are not being used as like I'm trying to like protect people around me while also like working on getting my dog out and being in the world. Some people do like really awful things with dogs, which is so sad. Like, You're taking care of a living thing. Like, I wish people had more empathy for, like, adorable good doggos. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of strong feelings about people who, like, without any hesitation are just like, oh yeah, no, like, let's remove the voice of this dog so that it can't bark anymore. Like, I really hate that that's a procedure that can even be done. That makes me very, very sad. You know, it's a fair point. Would Bocchi have fluffy hair? Does she shower that often? I mostly made it fluffy because in this, they're standing right near an open bridge. So there's a lot of wind that's kicking stuff up. So I've got our other Kessoku Band people that are all hanging out here. And they're all getting their hair tossed up by the wind, so. Ooh. Speaking of guard dogs, one of my aunts had a German Shepherd for guard duty called Yoshi, but he was too peaceful and she thought he wouldn't attack in case of a threat, so she got 2 Rottweilers. Oh geez, Raz. That's actually pretty funny. I don't know. I have a lot of love for, I really like a lot of big dogs. But German Shepherds can be really big sweethearts. It's kind of rough because, like, some of them do have, like, a really big, it's called a prey instinct, where they're not very good with other animals, like, especially cats, which is really sad because, like, some dogs are really good with cats and small kids and stuff. Oh god, no, that makes me so sad. Your mom is a neighbor with a dog that had its barker removed. I wish that that was illegal, like, straight up. I wish that, like, we could come together as a planet and be like, hey, don't do that. That's not allowed. You can't do that to the poor dogs. That's so sad. Like, that's how you communicate. That's how you express yourself. Like, oh, not to mention, like, complications from the surgery and things like that. Like, what a sad thing to do to a doggo. There's a similar thing, which is unfortunately a lot more common for cats, where people will declaw the cats so that they don't scratch things. But the issue with that is that a claw is kind of like a finger for a cat. Like, they use it to judge distance for things, they use it to keep balance. And if you remove it, they can get really bad infections, they can struggle to walk properly. It's really, really sad. So, like, I don't know, spreading the word. Don't declaw your cats. It's a very sad thing to do. They actually have a really hard time, like, jumping up on top of things too, in addition to, like, moving properly, and that's very sad. Oh, yeah, no, that's so sad. Oh, Shark had a dog that was part wolf. He was medium-sized and was the sweetest thing on earth. Literal floof ball of happiness. Dang, that's nuts! That's crazy! Whoa! Wolves are kind of surprisingly big. Like, I feel like it's one of those things where, like, you look at big dogs and you're just like, okay, yes, surely a wolf is, like, roughly this big dog sized, but, like, no, wolves are so big. They're gigantic. There's this video that circulates online every once in a while, which is just like this woman that's visiting wolves at this shelter, like an outdoor shelter. And they're wolves that she knows pretty well, and they all recognize her, and they all run up and they're super excited and they're licking her and jumping all over and super happy. And, like, the scale, the size of those wolves is insane. They're so big, and you just see them licking her face and you're like, oh my gosh, you could probably fit her head, like, in their mouths. That's insane. Oh, jeez. Oh no, yeah, no, I've heard that a lot of, like, German Shepherds, and honestly, like, some, like, particular types of working dogs can get really anxious with different storms. There was a dog that we owned growing up who was petrified of any loud noises, so, like, it was probably not advisable setting off fireworks in the underground, but it happened. And it would always freak that poor dog out, and I felt so bad. It was awful. Oh, your mom has a Bernese mountain dog? Oh my gosh, that's, ooh, That's super cool. You can, according to Raz, let's see, you can actually breed wolves with shepherds or huskies at 1/8 to help with their hip dysplasia problems. Yeah, no, I imagine. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, you should definitely check out Bocchi. It's super adorable. I absolutely love it. Man, so that's kind of the rough thing. There's some really cool advancements that we as like humans have done. I keep saying humans. I'm kind of lumping myself in with humans. Don't mind the snake bits, but just gonna say humans. But yeah, there's some really cool things that humans have done with like plant breeding just to make crops bigger and more nutritious and more accessible. But I kind of have like the opposite feeling with a lot of like animal breeding. Like, I think that a lot of dog and cat breeds are doing just fine. Like, there's not too many problems there, but because there's so much inbreeding just to keep them all looking a very particular way, there's some crazy health problems that animals can have, which is really sad. It makes me really bummed out, like, whenever I see, like, they're so cute. Like, the little pugs or, like, bulldogs and things like that are so cute, but their little faces, they're so squashed, they can't breathe so good. And then Great Danes, which are gigantic, don't live very long because their hearts give out a lot of the time. Like, their bones just are really bad at supporting their bodies, and that's... What have we done? We've made such sad doggos. I don't know. I am very in favor of like crossbreeding and like getting shelter dogs or just like trying to make the lives of purebred dogs much easier. Oh, that's so nice. Unlike the snakes, we accept you. That's beautiful. I appreciate that, TJ. The rattlesnakes did not accept me, but the humans have. I appreciate it. I saw that too, Isaac. I saw a guy on Reddit breeding pug snouts out longer. They honestly just look better too. Like, maybe this is just like my opinion on it, but I honestly think that the dogs just look better. They look happier. They have more of a snout, which is great. Like, come on, man. Dog snouts are so great. You can just boop the little snoot. Boop their little noses. Don't make the noses go away. Stop. They're so sad. They can't breathe so good. Oh gosh, that's true. There's a lot of wild dogs that are running around where Chernobyl is. Oh gosh. I've heard that there's like a bunch of deer and like other wild animals who have crazy high amounts of radiation just because they were living over there. That's the thing. I imagine that like if you're going through there, their lives are not going to be very long. But like if they're getting like enough radiation to like have issues, but maybe they're not going to die of cancer or other complications very soon. But yeah, no, very good reason why you're not supposed to be in Chernobyl for very long, cause yeah. No good. Radiation's bad. Radiation's no good. Leads to very bad things. Yeah, I know, seriously. Make it so the doggos can breathe. That's all I want, man. I know, I saw y'all were talking about Persian cats too, and I completely agree. I have exactly the same thoughts about Persian cats. They make their poor little snouts so like collapsed into their face, and that is so sad. That makes me so sad. Please stop breeding them so that they can't breathe. Let's see. Let's do. This is kind of a fun technique where I put a lot of shadow there. Let's erase the bottom of that. Yeah, that's what I had heard too, that they had found bacteria that were irradiated. That's pretty rough. Oh gosh, that is no good. Yeah, just like going through where Chernobyl is can kick up a lot of radioactive dirt. That's no good, man. That's no good. You know, it's a really big bummer because nuclear energy is something that can help a lot with like making sure that electricity production can move towards being more renewable and not rely quite so heavily on fossil fuels, which are not so good for the planet or the people who have to mine for them. I kind of can't believe that we still send people to go and mine for coal. Like, that blows my mind. That is... People are still getting black lung in the 21st century. That's wild. Like, I feel like we should try to phase that out, if at all possible. But there are so many like different hoops that you have to jump through just to get a nuclear plant online. And then you could have something catastrophic happen, which is no good. And like, obviously there's a lot of like work that people do to make sure that that doesn't happen. But it's really awful that like things like Chernobyl have actually occurred in human history, because that's no good. Oh yeah, so this arm that I've got, it's a really awesome asset. I've included the link in the description of the video, but essentially a really cool content creator made it so that you can have this arm that will track your mouse, which is super cool. I've also got it like in front of the tablet. You can see it will move around like to track what I'm doing on screen. But I was able to customize it. So it comes with like kind of a blank template where it shows you roughly where the pen is and where the hand is, as well as the arm. And I made the hand and the pen, and then I made the arm to go with it. So yeah, it looks really nice when I'm drawing. I saw some art streamers who were using it, and I was like, I need this. I need to figure out how to use this. So yeah, no, that is the thing. Like, Chernobyl was 100% preventable, and it is horrible that it ever happened. I just feel so awful that so many people had to go through it, and it feels like, safety measures are good. Regulation helps to make sure that people don't die. It's a good thing. I don't want people to die from awful things. Yeah, that's the thing. You're totally right, to a cruel. Like, a bunch of poor countries do rely on things like coal before they can move to better sources. And yeah, I wish a lot of things, but I think that there's a lot of good that could be done from like countries who have more economic means trying to help in some way with getting different countries set up to phase out of coal, because like it is a rough thing. It is a rough thing to have to go through. So, oh man. Oh, thank you, TJ. Good. Okay, please do get some sleep. I know it's so late there. Thanks for hanging out. Oh man. Yeah, no, doing good energy storage is getting better over time. Like, battery technologies are improving quite a bit just to actually store that stuff. But yeah, you're always gonna have to have like, they call it like a black start, essentially something that is going to be not renewable that is on the grid. But if you need it in a pinch, you can turn on like a furnace of some sort. So it doesn't necessarily have to be coal, but it could be gas, like natural gas or something like that. And like that's kind of like your emergency backup, just in case you need to get stuff running again. But by and large, like there's a lot of really good work that could be done to transition the grid to be more renewable. And by grid, I mean electrical grid, which is like the way that you get power in your country. So yeah, it's a lot of cool work that people are doing. Yeah, I know, it'd be super wild if we could actually see fusion. I feel like that's like the super cool dream, right? Where you could actually do something that's not quite so energy intensive and would require less people to like have to go mining for things. And maybe have like more renewable stuff. So yeah, Yeah, it is super cool. It's actually really interesting. Renewable energy is actually, for like one of the first times, more profitable than like coal and gas, which is really impressive. Like a lot of companies that like were very firmly against implementing it have started doing so because it is making them more money. I have some thoughts about that. I kind of wish that they had started on that a whole lot sooner. But yeah, when like different countries help to subsidize that just to get set up for renewable energy, I think it helps a lot just to get that jump started. Because yeah, you can like, it's kind of a win-win. It's something that's good for the environment and the people who are living around it. And then it also makes a lot of money for the people who are running it. So, oh man. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. It is cool to see how everything goes, but yeah, bureaucracy can move very slowly sometimes. Very, very frustratingly slowly. It does kind of feel like at times you're like, wow, a lot of things are just held together by like a couple of old people who just know how everything works. Maybe we need to like soak up that knowledge and pass that along to the younger people. Oh, such nice fluffy hair for Bocchi. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, y'all. Oh my gosh, it's already been 2 hours? What? Oh geez, that's nuts. Dang. This has been really fun, y'all. Hey, I have a question for you all who were able to swing by here. Was this a good time for you all to hang out? And if it is, I'm curious, like, if I started an hour earlier, would it still be a good time? Because I could probably stream for a full 3 hours if I started a little bit earlier. But yeah, no, if this works, probably what I will do is I will alternate between this time and the other time that I stream. So what I'll do is maybe I'll start like an hour earlier than when I currently did for this one, and then I can do the full 3 hours because it is currently 10 p.m. my time. So I think I'm actually gonna have to head out and wind down for the night. I'm gonna try to like watch some anime and stuff and have some popcorn, which is my my nightly ritual. Have some popcorn and watch some anime. So oh, that's awesome. Cool. Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I'm probably gonna alternate on like this time versus the other time just to see, and then we'll see what works, because what I could always do in the future too is try to do this time but in the middle of the week. Then that way, like, that might work out a little easier for me than doing this like later on a Saturday. But I can also do it on Saturdays because this has been awesome. So cool. Okay, that's good to hear. I'm really glad that a bunch of people who are on the West and East Coast and like the Americas and Canada and Latin America and all that, I'm glad that you all can hang out here too. I just feel bad for those of you in Africa and Europe. It's so late where you're at, so I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it is Iramakun Day. I'm so hype. I love Iramakun. It's also the day when they're going to be cooking together, which is amazing. One of my favorite characters is finally showing up this season. I love her so much. So I am so excited. I'm so glad. Okay, good. I'm glad that this was a good time to hang out with you all. That's good. So yeah, probably what I'll do is I'll try to alternate. What I might try out at some point is trying this in the middle of the week. Because if that ends up working out, then I could always alternate between like doing my morning stream, like for me, which ends up being afternoon in Europe and kind of late in the evening in Asia. I could do that on Saturdays, and then like Tuesday or Wednesday, my time, I could do this particular stream time. But yeah, if that doesn't end up working, I'm happy to alternate like Saturdays and things like that too. But Yeah, more to come. I kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but I would love to open up membership at some point, keeping it very affordable for you all as much as I can. The lowest I can go is $3. YouTube, as far as I can tell, won't let me go down to $2, which is kind of a bummer, because I was hoping to do $2. But yeah, I will, if I get that all set up, I want to make that worth your time by streaming at least once a week, so... Yeah, and plus it's really fun for me too to stream. Like, clearly I totally just ended up talking for like 2 hours, so oh, that's good. I'm glad that the stream was good. Another thing I might end up setting up too, this particular overlay that I've got for the chat, it's not actually programmed to work with YouTube emotes, which is tragic. I've been noticing over the last couple of streams when people will use YouTube specific emotes, they just won't show up, which is a bummer. I don't know, a lot of things are programmed for Twitch, which I get because a lot of people stream there, but I'm tracking down some YouTube specific ones I can use because whenever I do make it so that you can use emotes, I want it to actually show up on screen. It would show up in the normal chat, but I want it to actually show up on like the stream view as well. So, oh, that's so nice. I'm really glad that it's been worth it already. That's awesome. Oh, put some vanilla ice cream on a spoon, tap it on the popcorn, so some stick to the spoon, and eat it, sweet and salty. Oh, that's so good. Oh wait, really? Is that true, Raz? In poorer countries, YouTube has regional pricing, so it won't be too bad. I can't even tell you how much of a relief that is. Oh my god, that's so great. Legit, that was exactly what I was thinking of. Because, like, I mean, man, you all are from all over the place. Like, and, like, regardless of where you live, having a monthly prescription... I almost said monthly prescription. Having a monthly subscription to anything, I don't know, like, I want it to be something that will not strain your budgets if it's something that you're interested in, and I think it would be fun for you all, so... Oh yes, you were totally right. We need a sleepy Chibinoko emote. I completely agree. That actually might be one of the first membership streams I do, is just making some more emotes. I've got 10 already that I've got ready to go, and then we could add some more, like, Chibinoko specific ones. Monthly prescriptions of Yumie. Oh man, you all have been awesome. I appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, I will probably make... I'm always really impressed with art streamers who are able to, like, talk with chat at the same time and get a lot of drawing done. I feel like I'm always pretty slow, but hey, you got to see me do some nice fluffy hair on Bocchi. And yeah, you all will be able to see the final version of this before too long. I'm gonna be working on the Eden Treaty video for a while though, so hopefully that will come out sooner rather than later. Uematsu. Guys, I think we're being turned into Sneks. Is this prescription really okay? I hope so. I definitely hope so. Oh, but thank you all. This has been awesome. Yeah, definitely look forward to more of this. I'll make another announcement when I've figured out this membership thing. And I'll like actually have like an official stream when I'll have that all set up and stuff. And then, yeah, we can kind of roll from there. I can alternate, you know, when I've got streams, but I'm gonna, whenever I do membership, I'll be streaming once a week from that point. So, yeah, I think it'll be good. But yeah, what I will say is just a heads up, that's probably gonna be at least 2 weeks out because I am like all hands on deck working on this Eden Treaty video, which is, whoo boy, y'all. It's a big one. I am trying my hardest to make it a singular video because I kind of feel like as a viewer, I prefer things all being in one big video as opposed to being split into multiple. Just from the perspective of like taking time and like setting it aside, you can kind of think of it as like a really big movie that you can always put down and pick back up whenever you want. So, yeah. I'm glad that you all enjoy it. Yeah, but I am doing my best to work on that. Worst case scenario, which is not like actually worst case scenario, I would split it into 2 videos that would release at like very similar times, but I don't know. I'm going for the whole thing here. I'm gonna try and make it in one big video. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna make sure it's not too long, but it'll definitely be longer than the Abydos one. So that's good. Yeah, I think that's kind of exactly what I'm going for, is just having it be like listening to a podcast. And if you're watching it, like I try to make the visuals fun. I've actually got some like gameplay footage that I'm gonna feature in this one, which is cool. So yeah, I am so excited to see what they end up doing in the anime. I'm so excited that Blue Archive is getting one. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Ooh, bringing more people into the Blue Archive fold. They'll understand. They'll understand why we love this. I think it's gonna be good. Oh, I'm glad. That's the thing. I'm so glad that you all enjoy the long videos. I am someone who enjoys watching long videos, so I am ecstatic that you all enjoy that as well. It is so good. Oh my gosh, I agree. Ooh, I want to see everything animated. Yes, no, there is actually an anime. Like, confirmed 100% there is going to be a Blue Archive anime. I am so excited. So unbelievably excited. It is going to be amazing. For whatever reason, I don't know, sometimes the English and the Japanese branches of Blue Archive don't always like announce things at the same time. So the announcement that was made from the Blue Archive that is on the Japanese side. And then a bunch of people found out about it. But yeah, it was unfortunately never posted by the English speaking side. So hopefully they'll do that. But yeah, thank you. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been super fun. I'm looking forward to talking more about crazy stuff the next time I stream. Maybe we'll like do another drawing stream or just a Zatsudan or something. And yeah, I think after talking with you all, I think that my plan for the next stream is maybe just to make it like a membership opening stream. I can make it like just a Zatsudan or something. I could maybe draw something in the background, and then, yeah, we can hang out and stuff. And if anyone wants to join, they can, but like no pressure. You can just chill and hang out. So yeah, stay cozy. Oh, I love that. Oh, you all have an excellent night. I hope that you enjoy yourselves. If it's the daytime, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and that you get some good rest. And keep an eye out on the YouTube channel. I'll be posting some updates as they come. So yeah, I hope you all have a good one. Oh, and right, I'm going to put the Discord link in the description. So if any of you want to come and hang out at the Discord, everyone has been super nice. It's been super fun. I've actually seen people like hanging out and playing video games together and chatting about different things, sharing strategies for Blue Archive and a bunch of other games, or just saying hi and chatting about life. So yeah. Gordon, your energy is wonderful. Good stream. I look forward to membership / bullying you with money. Oh no. Please only spend what you have, I insist. I want you all to take care of yourselves. Oh man. But yeah, so if you are interested at all in the Discord, I'll post the link there. I think it's also on the YouTube as well. I think it's like my banner, but those icons are so tiny. It's kind of easy to miss them. So yeah, you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will talk with you all soon. You have a good one. Bye. Whoops, my mouth kind of died there. Give me a second. I'm moving this over real quick. Oh, and actually, Isaac, that's a good shout out right before we're ending. I actually don't have a special Aka Super notification. I'm gonna be real. I was kind of, maybe I should ask you all about this, what your thoughts are. I was kind of worried about making a special Aka Super thing because I didn't want people to like feel obligated to like get this special notification, if you know what I mean. But at the same time, it is also a lot of money. So like, maybe I should get something set up and just accept that people are going to donate whatever they want. So I appreciate I appreciate the heads up. Okay, my mouse is working. I found some batteries. I can't believe it died right near the end there. That's so funny. I was like, wait, why can't I move my mouse? I can't change scenes. Oh no. Oh man. You all have a wonderful rest of your night. You all have been fantastic. You have a great rest of your night. You have a great rest of your day. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.